pose and then just start to settle in. Finding and drawing up some energy up from the earth into our feet, into our ankles, our shins. Noticing the muscles that surround our knees and the strength of the muscles of our legs, our pelvic floor, our core, widening across our chest, relaxing our shoulders. Take a few breaths to really exhale any stress from your day. And we'll start our flowing mountain, breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, bringing our hands back to our side. So about 3 or 4 of these flowing mountains until we turn it into a flowing chair pose. And we'll start to transition into that flowing chair as we warm up our glutes and our knees. You can choose wherever you want to have your arms. So if you're taking care of the back, you keep them at your heart. If you're ready to flow, oh, I got all mixed up there. You go into, we've got ourselves working towards bringing our biceps right up beside our ears, and then a sweep up. Last one, right into a full forward fold. Exhale, let the head be heavy, halfway up. Fold again, all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. This time fold. Bending our knees, left foot back, our knee up or down, and we're moving into cactus arms, opening up across our chest. Breathe. As we straighten out our front leg, we'll bring our thumbs together at the top. And then back down. Let's do a few of these, warm up the knee. We'll step it back to downward dog and simply switch feet. Other foot comes up, we rise up into your cactus arms and do our flow. So as we straighten, thumbs come together and we work on closing our eyes. So that'll slow you down, and that's okay to go slow. There's no competition in our yoga practice, no judgment. Frame our front foot, push it back to downward facing dog. Let's walk down to our forearms, but keep our hips high. Right now, our nose is somewhere between our elbows. Keeping our hips high will now shift our nose to come between our hands. Come slightly forward, strengthening our shoulder girdle. Push it back up to dolphin, and then back down. So we're flowing through these two. We did these on Monday too. So you can be on all fours, shifting your weight forward and back. You don't have to be up. Oh yeah. All right, my friends, bring it to child's pose. Just for a breath or two. We come up to all fours and move into our cat and cow. If you'd like a little more sensation right away into your quads, you lift your knees up. You don't have to if you don't want to. We want the breath to be coming easy. Last one. We'll come to a flat back, reach our left arm forward, right foot back. Bring our elbow to our knee underneath and hold for 3 breaths. Draw the belly up. Extension, and all fours. We'll do the other side. Extend, find your crunch, hold the belly up, hold the belly button in towards the spine, press the earth into the hand and the knee and the foot. Extension, downward facing dog, or child's pose, or all fours. You can pedal your feet a few times here, and we'll do a few stink bug push-ups. Stink bug, that means your butt stays up. We turn our fingertips a little bit more towards each other and press our forearms or our forehead down onto the mat and come back up. That's all about, so you could be on all fours, stamp the forehead down, bring it up. It's all about strengthening your shoulder girdle. Last one. Great job. There's no judgment. We'll look up between our hands. Hop, step, or jump up between the hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. We're going to practice that a couple more times. Hop, step, or jump back to chaturanga or plank. Push up to downward facing dog. This time we're going to take 3 hops, but I want your back sides to stay high. So engage the core, hop the feet about a foot in, engage the core. So you're trying to lift your hips, lift until those feet come up between the hands. Halfway lift. And folds. Sweep it up, my friends. Give yourself a rest for your wrist. Grab your right hand, tip over. Now this is the kind of pose I can get behind today, all the way back up over to the other side. Hands come back behind us, open the chest, or you can just grab your forearms. And if you want to, be forward fold here, but you don't have to, right? If you kind of get dizzy, just keep that head up above your heart. Make sure you're bending your knees. Release the hands. Let's bring it on up. Inhale. Pretty good for our warm up. Actually, we didn't do a twist yet for our warm up. Fingertips to temples. Lift your right. Let's lift the whole leg. Twist. Open back up. Breathe in. And put that foot down. Other side. Lift. Twist. Bring it back forward and down. Now, a little bit different. Lift the right knee. This is for hip mobility. Then we lick it out to the side. Then we start to reach that foot back. Step to a lunge. Step back to a lunge. You're good, Kathy. Come right to chair. Bring the toes together, knees together, and left elbow across to your right knee, or forearms to legs. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe it out. Sweep it up, inhale. Lifting the left knee. Engage the core. And we'll open and then start to turn. So we're moving that ball and socket of that hip all the way around. Step it back. Rise up to our lunge. You can close your eyes if you're up for that balance challenge. And step to chair, knees together, feet together. Right elbow to left knee. You can put your left hand on your low back if you want to. Try to keep your knees together. Unwind it, reach it on up. All right, warm-up's over. And it's warm. So if you need a fan, do feel free to turn that on and turn the music up. See what we get. And we'll do that sun salutation that we've been working on. But today, try your 3 jumps instead of the 1 jump. You want to feel off balance. Like you have to bring some of that weight into the hands. So you want to feel off balance. You feel like you're going to go forward. Until you can maybe get those feet up there. Okay, or just walk, whatever works. You can switch it up. You don't have to do it the same each time. Big breath up, inhaling. Exhale, dive into your fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe, step back to plank or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, or hold a plank. Back to downward facing dog. Right foot comes up between the hands. Find 1 lunge. Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, back to your plank or chaturanga. Hold or flow, up dog. Breathe out, down dog. Left foot comes up between the hands. 1 lunge, breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, plank or chaturanga. Hold or flow. Downward facing dog, breathe out. 3 jumps forward. 1, hips up each time. Oh, yeah. We end in our fold, halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Chair, breathe in. Breathe out, we come up into mountain. Let's do it again. Yeah, you're like, dang you, belly, stay out of my way. We rise up and fold. Halfway lift, breathe in, hop or step or jump back to chaturanga or plank. Hold or flow, elbows in towards the rib cage, chest open. Down dog. I'm going to add on here. Lift your right foot, three-legged dog. Breathe in. Breathe out, bring it up between the hands. Breathe in, lunge. Breathe out, chaturanga or plank. You're doing amazing. Don't stop. Hold or flow. Downward dog, three-legged dog. Left foot lifts. Breathe in. Breathe out, sweep it up between the hands. Find one lunge. Breathe in. Chaturanga or plank. Breathe out. Hold or flow. Meet in downward dog. 3 jumps forward, each time lifting those hips, engaging your core. Man, is that hard. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Chair, breathe in. Amazing. Rise up. Let's do a couple more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive and lengthen your spine. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold or jump back. Apologies. Gave you a break there. Hold or flow. Back to down dog. 3-legged dog, right foot reaches up. And then exhale, it places between the hands. Inhale, we rise, back heel high. Exhale, chaturanga or plank. Hold or flow. Bring back in down dog. 3-legged dog, left foot breathes in. Breathe out between the hands. Breathe in, rise. Breathe out, chaturanga or plank. Hold or flow. Meet back in downward dog. 3 jumps forward. Look where you're going to plant them. Don't look back at your toes. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold. Breathe in, chair. Breathe out, rise. Oh, you've made it through our sun salutations. Added on even more this week to our salutation. All right. So we'll give our wrists a little break, get into the legs. Take our feet together. We already did this one a little bit. Knees together as much as possible and sink into our chair pose. So what we want to try to do, even if your knees aren't together, is when we twist our chair, one knee doesn't go in front of the other. We keep them lined up. All right, sink as much as you want to. You can stay here. You can straighten out your legs whenever you want to, especially if you're not breathing. Or we'll add our twist and plenty of variations. Right hand, right thigh, left hand, low back. Or right forearm across both legs. Other hand straight up. Or right elbow on the outside of that knee, but make sure your knees haven't gone apart. Or right hand to mat or block. Shaky legs, that's okay, that's normal. Forward fold, breathe out, give them a rest. Let the head hang, let it be heavy. We'll walk our hands over to one side and walk our hands over to the other side. So if you've got 2 blocks at the top of your mat, that's great. You can use them today for our trying to walk through. So we'll start in downward dog. And if you want to watch first, you can. We'll be bringing our left knee up forward, then the right. Oops, I didn't make enough space. And then working towards incline plank here. We could even start an incline plank if you want. So incline plank or just staff pose. So that's just straight out. So maybe you don't need the blocks. I don't know. Lift the booty up off the mat. We start to walk through our bum and then we bend the knee and shimmy our way through until we can maybe jump back. Oh, I know my wrists hate it too. It might be easier on your wrists like this, but then it's not as steady. Okay, my friends, I know. I'll try one more. Lead with your other knee. Come through. Then the other one and walk through. Try not to touch your bum down. Lift it up. Bring it down. Okay, we'll try to squeeze as much as we can into our class today, but I'd love to give your wrists a break. If you need to scoot back, fists for wrists. Walk your hand up your arm like it's a tube of toothpaste. And you want to, once you get to where your hand meets your wrist, create some space there, like you want to just pop your hand right off. Okay, because we compressed it a lot. Now we're going to create a little space. Other side. Was that your wrist popping off over there? Like, all the way up. All right, some circles. Some down, side to side, and then up and down. Oh, that should feel really good. Okay, we're not done yet. You do that chair on the other side. Take your time to come up. Knees together, feet together. And then we bend our knees, lift our hearts up. Our weight is shifted more into the heels, but we still want to anchor through our toes a little bit. If you really want to work your glutes, you can have all of your weight in your heels. And then you can choose your chair on this side. I think I might have said tree earlier. Left hand to knee, right hand to low back. Check in with your knee alignment and make any adjustments. If you want to come deeper, hand to mat, arm up. If you're taking care of your top shoulder, you can keep that hand on your back as much as you want to. So here we are in our twisted lunge. And now I want you to step your left foot back and you end up in a twisted, oh yeah, you end up in a twisted lunge. You're in a twisted chair. Amazing. Breathe and feel. Take a moment. We'll step back to plank. Wonderful. Looking up between our hands. We'll bring the left foot up between them and just find our twisted lunge on this side before we go into other practice. I would love to do our dancer today. All right, step to forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, we'll breathe in. Ooh, fold, breathe out. So if you're gonna do the dancer today, it's a little different. Instead of reaching up today, we're reaching down for the block. So if you would like to grab a strap, you can, but you don't have to. We'll start with the weight on the right foot, left foot in our hands. All right. So the wall can be very helpful for this one. You'd want to be facing the wall or your block. We just want to stay away from letting that knee go out to the side. Even when we start to hinge, we want to keep a line from our shoulder, hip, knee. That sounded a little bossy of me. I just want you to be safe. Now we start our hinge. So you can stay with that reach up or stay with your quad stretch right where you are, or start your hinge, hand towards the mat or the block, as close as you can get down towards the floor. We'll rise back up. Without touching that left foot down, let's bring it through. Reverse prayer pose back behind us. It's okay to tap down on your block if you want to. Oh, great, let's do the other side. Dancer's pose. So you'll grab your right foot into your right hand. Lots of action going down that entryway today. So you can stay here. I wanted to show you another grip for your hand. So if you're on the outside, you could bring it to the outside or the inside. Thumb faces your big toe, and that opens your shoulder up. Okay, stay here, enjoy this quad stretch, or start to hinge down. Let the core keep you steady. You can hinge or stay up with me. Oh. We'll come back up, release that foot, bring it through. Reverse prayer back behind us. Woo. Amazing. And release. Okay. Let's give our wrists one more little break before we do our crow with jump back practice. Okay. That's going to help us with our jump throughs eventually. So you can start in a malasana or garland pose. And you can even be a little bit nicer to your hips by coming down on your block. If you are going to try crow and you've never done it before, you may want to block in front of your face or a bolster. All right. And our option today is that jump back. And if you've never tried the jump back before, what I recommend is when we get into our crow pose, you want this block underneath your chest so that you can try the jump back and still have that support without falling down. Okay, so you can stay in our nice wide squat, right? That's an option. Or we bring our hands forward. Our elbow creases come more towards the front of the room and we start to squeeze our inner legs onto the outsides of our elbows or our upper arms. And if we do want to try our crow pose, we make sure we're looking forward. We can lift one foot and then the other. Take your time to position that block. When you're ready, you can try stepping back or jumping back. Oh, I can just barely get one foot off. Or even once you get there, take your time to set it up as much as you want to. Oh man, that's hard to get it on the right spot. And then just take one foot back. Step back, step back, step, bend, bend. All right, and then try to do your jump back. Yeah, no, not for me today. Great job, everybody. All right, let's take it onto a seat. We'll stretch out our hip flexors, moving into, actually we'll do three-legged tabletop. So we'll slide our left foot in or your right. Flex this foot, bring it up above. You can stay here, especially if you're taking care of your wrists, or lift up. So we're pressing into that left foot, trying to lift our hip up and opening our chest at the same time. So if you had a plate, you can balance it on your belly. Bring it down, left heel towards your right cheek, right foot to the mat, and add a twist. So if that feels really uncomfortable, you extend your bottom leg so that you're in more of a gentle twist. Right leg across, with or without your bend. We must do that on the other side. So we'll actually, let's do a pigeon before we do it. Take this right foot all the way back so your knee comes onto the mat. If you want to have a more restorative pose, so you've got your left knee out on an angle towards your left edge of your mat, and your right foot and kneecap down on the mat, and we're forward with our hands in front of us. Amazing. Good job. Okay. So if you want to be more restorative, you sink down and you just enjoy this stretch. Okay. If anyone wants to be working on their king pigeon today, if you've never done it before, I'd recommend putting a block underneath your backside. We'll lift up and start by bending and straightening our back leg. If you want to add on, you start to reach. Let's go opposite hand to inside foot, or the other side. If you want, you can do the same side. If you want to, you'll hold on to that foot and then engage the core and try to lift your other hand up. So this is where having your backside supported by a block can be really helpful, or just enjoy pigeon and rest. And let's release. your left hip down. Sweep this one around. Flex this foot on top of your knee. Single leg table on the other side. We reach up. If you're taking care of your wrists, you don't have to come up, or you can be here. Shaking is okay. Bring it down. Your right heel towards your left butt cheek, your left foot down on the mat. Your right hand wraps around your left knee. You're good. Or you can be in this, we're just trying to twist our upper body. You can be there instead. First class back and just tie you right up into knots right away, hey, Kathy. We'll unwind our chin, our chest, sweep your left foot back until the kneecap comes down onto the mat and you lift your hips to face back in. So your right heel's in towards your groin, your hips are shifted forward, and you can settle down into your pigeon. So you want to have that outside of that foot there. Tuck it in. And then, yep, they're amazing. And then we settle down. So here's where you have your choice to be more restful in this pose, or I think I've got you on the same leg. Come on up. Or maybe I'm on the. No, you're doing the opposite. Oh, okay. Because I'm going, oh yeah, God, I'm going crazy. Never mind. So you can start your reach back. Opposite arm is reaching back. That's what I was kidding. You can start just by bending and flexing that leg. That strengthens up your hamstring. Make sure you can breathe. If you want to, you'll reach back. Might be easier on one side than the other. Engage the core and lift up. So if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Make sure you have a nice big breath, and then we'll come down. Sweep onto the hip, sweep this foot around. We're good. We did that whole sequence. All right, forward fold, bring the feet forward, breathe in, reach up. Lengthen and hinge at your hips. So try to keep your spine as long as you can, reaching as far as you can today. Amazing. Stretching out your back. Ooh, not much time left. Let's roll it on back. Make sure you've got some space to roll back. Draw knees in. Take your rock side to side. Massage your back on the earth. So we've got only about a minute left. We're going to go straight into your legs up a wall, reaching our feet up towards the ceiling. If you want to give your hands a rest, you'd also reach your hands up too. That'll kind of help with your wrists. You're going to be here for a minute for your relaxation today. This is what it is. Or if you'd prefer to be laying flat, you can. Taking in some deep breaths, letting go of your morning, your full attention here and now. Remember why you came, to give your body the gift of breath, of some love, some attention and awareness. We can all bend our knees now. If you'd like to add in any other poses before the end of practice, you can. Move our knees side to side if they're bent. Not a whole lot of time for relaxation today. We got a lot of stuff in, so let's wiggle our fingers, our toes. Whew. Move our head side to side. If it feels okay for you, stretching from your fingertips to your toes, creating lots of space down the front of your body, and then rolling over onto one side. Take your time getting there till we can come to an easy seated position. Accepting ourselves today just exactly where we are in this moment of our life. We're here, we're strong. Let's take a big breath in, reach up. We'll bring our palms together, exhale, they'll come towards our heart center. If it feels okay for you today, you can bow down humbly towards Mother Earth. Namaste, and thank you. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and I'll see you on Friday. Maybe, maybe not. Hopefully my husband comes this time. He's supposed to be here, he totally bails. Bye, Debbie. Keep me posted. Have a great rest of your day.
Okay. Bye, Denise. Thank you.
Bye.